Hello, this is Dan, your warrior man. Why do we have wars and who is gaining from them? Firstly, let me ask you a couple of questions. How bad do you feel when you are forced to throw fruit or vegetables or any other food in the bin because unfortunately nobody in the house was in the mood to eat them or asked for too much? When was the last time you had to fix any appliances in your house instead of replacing them as we mostly do here in the rich Western countries? I have a feeling you will immediately argue that they don't last as long as the old ones, etc. I know about it, but I wasn't necessarily blaming you for all of it. Just wait for a couple more minutes before we get to that part. The term you might be looking for is planned obsolescence, where things are particularly made to break after a while, and parts sold really expensive so you are forced to buy new ones instead. Cars, watches, clothes, you name it. All in the name of progress. Yay! Now what does this have to do with wars? Well, everything. It makes me chuckle every time I see young people militating so passionately about fairness and equality in the world. They think the whole room will jump up in the air hearing them talking about it with so much enthusiasm, and most times it happens. So much cheer and tears. They are so young and spoiled and have no clue about what they are really asking for. I hope this brutally honest video will give them some perspective. Okay, so let's think about it for a second. Whilst the young and sometimes even adults are asking their leaders to stop wars in other countries and also to make sure not to allow businesses to exploit children in those poor countries' mines for high profits, guess what? The same militants call their friends and families from their mobile phones made with the help of the same children they claim they are trying to protect. The same militants are wearing clothes made by the same children or involved somewhere along the chain of production and so on and so forth. Ask any of the militants to give up half their perks for those children and they will disappear in an instant. Ask any of these people to eat only salad and rice for a month and send the money they save to poor families abroad and the demands will end there and then. If we want to be completely honest, ask me to do this and I will find it very hard too. Let's not kid ourselves. 99% of the people wish for the rich to give it up, to do it first and last. Anybody else but the one in the mirror. Remember Greta Thunberg asking children to protest during school times because she wanted to improve the climate but didn't plant a tree in the process? So, again, why wars? Wars are fought between the big boys against other big boys and is all about stealing their natural resources and gaining more power in the world over other nations who might think of protesting instead of complying. To have absolute fairness in the world, it would mean that only a few could afford to buy most of the products we take for granted and are considered essentials for most people in the West. Alternatively, there would be hundreds of excavation holes in the ground everywhere you would go and no forests at all anywhere. This might sound really scary for you and I, but this is exactly how those people will soon live in most of those countries where your new t-shirt was made and which you bought in a whim a while ago and used it as a dump cloth as you never really liked it anyway. Am I wrong? Are the people initiating the wars getting richer from them? Yes, yes, yes. Is it fair, thinking of all the people dying in those wars, or even worse, getting effed up in the head for the rest of their lives, while some rich people's children will most probably enjoy another doozy due to being too bored with life? No, of course not. What about the militants who are happy to queue up for the latest gadget whilst being happy and proud of their good intentions of saving children from being used by their parents as an extra income in the house, but won't militate against buying the gadget as well? Please, don't give me, wait a minute. Are the wars benefiting just the rich? Absolutely not. Is the world a fair place? It could be, but we won't like it as much. Can we really help those people to get a better life? Yes, but it's not simple, and it won't work if it's just voluntary. Will we ever have that law? Personally, I don't think so. I am being mocked of by most of my family and friends for making these videos, and for my intentions to unite every common person in the world, and I still make them. I know that my ideas are great, and the timing is perfect. Whether I succeed or not is up to God, but at least I will know I tried. Even if you might also think that this task is too big. You know that this is necessary, and it depends on us if we will be able to do it on time or not. That's all.